are sorrowful, or weary, or angry, or discomforted, then ye may know that ye have lost the golden thread, the thread wherewith I guide you to the heart of the groves of Eleusis. My disciples are proud and beautiful. They are strong and swift. They rule their way like mighty conquerors. 25. The weak, the timid, the imperfect, the cowardly, the poor, the tearful. These are mine enemies, and I am come to destroy them. This also is compassion, an end to the sickness of earth, a rooting out of the weeds, a watering of the flowers. 25. Oh, my children, ye are more beautiful than the flowers. Ye must not fade in your season. 28. I love you. I would sprinkle you with the divine dew of immortality. 29. This immortality is no vain hope beyond the grave. I offer you the certain consciousness of grace.
It's also dangerous rhetoric.
30. I offer it at once on earth before an hour had struck upon the bell. You shall be with me in the balls.
Against them that seek to enslave you. 11, I pour you lustral wine, that giveth you delight both at the sunset and dawn. Upon the earth. 13. Because I give you that of which earth and its joys are but as shadow. 14. They flee away, but my joy abideth even unto the 15. I have hidden myself beneath a mask. I am a black and terrible God. Ye shall lay down your heads upon mine altar, expecting the sweep of the soul. For the first kiss of love shall be radiant on your lips, and all my darkness and terror shall turn to light and joy. 18. Only those who fear shall fail, those who
and I light as an hawk. Of mother of emerald are my mighty sweeping wings. 2, I swoop down upon the black earth, and it gladdens into green at my coming. 3, children of earth, rejoice! Rejoice exceedingly, for your salvation is at hand. The end of sorrow is come. I will ravish you away into mine unutterable joy. I will kiss you and bring you to the bridal. I will spread a feast before you in the house of happiness. I am not called to rebuke you or to enslave you. I bid you not turn from your voluptuous ways, from your idleness, from your follies, but I bring you joy to your pleasure, peace to your languor, wisdom to your folly. I'm come against sorrow, against weariness, against them that seek to enslave you. In the name of the Lord of Initiation, Amen. When I fly and I alight as an hawk, of mother of emerald are my mighty sweeping wings. 2, I swoop down upon the black earth, and it gladdens into green at my coming. 3, children of earth, rejoice! Rejoice exceedingly, for your salvation is at hand. The end of sorrow is come. I will ravish you away into mine unutterable joy. I will kiss you and bring you to the bridal. I will spread a feast before you in the house of happiness. 6, I am not come to rebuke you or to enslave you. 7, I bid you not turn from your voluptuous ways, from your idleness, from your follies, but I bring you joy to your pleasure, peace to your languor, wisdom to your folly. 9, all that ye do is right, if so be that ye enjoy it. 10, I am come against sorrow, against weariness, against them that seek to enslave you. sylphs, but avoid frivolity and caprice. Be energetic and strong like the salamanders, but avoid irritability and ferocity. Be flexible and attentive to images like the undines, but avoid idleness and changeability. Be laborious and patient like the gnomes, but avoid grossness and avarice. 20. So shalt thou gradually develop the powers of thy soul, and fit thyself to command the spirits of the elements. Pervert thou discerning gnomes to pander to thy avarice. Thou wouldst no longer command them, but they would command thee. Wouldst thou abuse the pure beings of the woods and mountains to fill covers and satisfy thy hunger of gold? Wouldst thou debase the spirits of flaming fire to serve thy fire? Purity of the souls of the waters to pander to thy lust of debauchery? Wouldst thou force the spirits of the evening breeze to minister to thy folly and caprice? Know that with such desires thou canst but attract the weak, not the strong, and in that case the weak will have power over thee.
Same thing, almost same thing. So we gave them the weapons and all that stuff. So that's the issue. So just to be fair, if that's what he was talking about, then I would say, yeah, okay. In that particular example, you may be right that money and weapons went into the hands of people that really hate us. And even with with the mad ass Saddam Hussein or whatever, we even helped him out in giving him weapons and all that shit to back in the day. So and all those people turned on him. So in those cases that he's accurate, but it doesn't sound like what he said, the Mujahideen and all that shit. So yeah, he's wrong.
Yeah, but guys, he's saying that we funded terrorists. We did fund Osama bin Laden and his group. We funded people who at the time were fighting against the Soviet Union, and they weren't terrorists in the sense of the word. And then 20 years later, they became terrorists. Like today, I'm sure we're funding and helping the Kurds to the extent they're in Iran and trying to be helpful. And maybe 30 years from now, the Kurds will end up being terrified.
Correct. So, Mark, at the time, I think that the gaslighting in this is that at the time, it's not like the president, whether it was Reagan, Carter, or, because they're talking about, Hillary's husband or any of these other people, it's not like they were going, oh shit, find me that terror group. Let's give them money. That's what kind of the guy, let's give them money and let's do it. He's saying, hey, find me the shadiest SOB you can find over here so that we can get this person to lead the initiative in our strategic interest to push back against the Russians. And it happened to be that they went to bed with, with people that turned out to be enemies of ours. And probably were closet enemies at the time. But hey, an enemy of our enemy is our friend, right? So, but they weren't known terrorists at the time. Does that make sense, Harry? What I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying anyways in the beginning. So I mean, like I was talking about the Mujahideen, which was what he was doing. That's what Osama bin Laden was part of in the 80s, the Mujahideen. So I mean, it's the same story that I was saying, that they funded money and weapons. I already said that, but. Like you said, later on he became a terrorist. I don't know. He turned on America. I mean, if that's what he wants to use as a talking point, sure. I mean, it's still not accurate what he's saying.
Look, there's another gripe that Indians can have as well, and it's only fair that they have a gripe. Is, hey, you had the Mumbai attacks that happened, but see, this is how bad India was with diplomacy at the time. I mean, India basically had the Mumbai and actually went to the U.S. and United States, I'd like permission to treat Pakistan the same way as you're treating Afghanistan. And Bush was like, fuck you. And they're like, okay, sir, sorry. And just kneel down. Instead of just rolling the tanks in and say, hey, we're going to decimate you like the U.S. did with Afghanistan. And so a lot of Indians have this, we got attacked, but we weren't allowed to. Well, that's because you were asking for permission. No one said you should ask for permission. And, you could have just walked in with your tanks and said, hey, you bombed me. Or you did this shit in Mumbai, I'm going to destroy you and decimate you. But you tried to beg for, the U.S. didn't go and say, world, give me permission to go and knock out Afghanistan. They just said, hey, by the way, we're going in and we're going to decimate them. Join us or not.
Is that true, Chris? Some kind of resentment towards that? No, don't want to say anything now. You had a lot to say before. Okay, anybody else want to chime in?
I can speak.
King, do you have something else?
Hey there. Just a quick question. Are we discussing the same Mujahideen that actually existed in Iran before the revolution?
Well, Mujahideen is under much different titles, right? Like I said before, Mujahideen just means those engaged in jihad, struggle. Like, that's all that Mujahideen really means. So, some groups have the Mujahideen in the name, like Taliban, Al-Qaeda, Mujahideen al-Khalq, I don't know if I'm saying that right. So yeah, there's different, it's just a generic term. It's not, it could be like Mujahideen anywhere. If that makes sense, right? So
yeah, ISIS is Mujahideen.
Exactly.
They're all Mujahideen.
Exactly.
I mean, technically, any organization coming with this in their title, like Mujahideen, I mean, could be considered as terrorists, just like Mujahideen Khalq. They existed in Iran before the revolution. And I mean, like, before the revolution, they weren't that corrupted, or maybe they were just like hiding it behind their masks and everything. But after the revolution in Iran, and during the 8-year war between Iran and Iraq, they actually supported Iraq. They just turned against their own compatriots. They joined the Iraqi forces and they killed Iranian civilians and everything. And even right now, they are considering themselves as let's say, an opposition. However, they don't stand a chance, as far as I know. And yeah, that's it. That's just something I want to clarify. And no actual Iranian, no nationalist Iranian would ever support the Mujahideen Khalq. I mean, most of the actual Iranian nationalists currently supporters of Pahlavi. And by the way, I just want to appreciate Trump and Bibi for all the good work they're doing now. That's it.
If Bibi's here, right? What's up, Bibi?
How are you guys doing today? Shabbat Shalom. How you doing, King? How's everybody? How the fuck are you, motherfuckers? Bro, yesterday, I don't know if you're here, King. Yesterday, bro, we had 357 people in the room.
Wow.
You guys heard that? It was fucking wild, bro. There was a guy that everybody's saying was in the IRGC, that's in the IRGC. We had him on stage, and thank God everybody. This guy got so many fucking X and fire emojis and skulls. I've never seen that many in my life. But nobody, we balanced it like hardcore. Me and Aaron were like,
La señora
come on, Mike. interviewed this guy, and then the worst part was the guy leaves, and the room still went down to like, 150, 160 people. And I think close the room, and he's a childish fucking little brat. Close the room.
Wait, did you say Pepe or Pee-Pee?
Little pee. Yeah. But it was a
Awesome, baby. Yesterday was awesome.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. I was so high off of life from it. I had a huge adrenaline rush. Me and Harry were sending screenshots back and forth. We were watching a girl. Harry's like, it's gonna go to 200. I'm like, wow. I kept telling him, he goes, it's gonna go to 300. It's gonna go to 350. And it just kept climbing and climbing and climbing. It was like, I was so fucking ecstatic. And we had some good combos with this guy. And I hope a lot of people like learned and took away some shit from it. A lot of people were angry that we were even talking to him. I was getting so many bad messages in the background, like, how dare you, how can you keep this guy? Silence him, he shouldn't be allowed to speak. But it was a learning opportunity, and we took advantage of it, me and Harry. And we made everybody like take advantage and learn and know what this guy's actually saying.
Yeah, it was interesting to have him.
Yeah, the interesting part was the questions that you guys asked him about a few topics, because those type of people are trying to fool some. I mean, they are kind of pretending they are against the IRGC and stuff.
Grace,
They're trying to
welcome.
fool them. But the questions that you had, you guys,
I'm interested in reading a book. I'm wondering if you will gather with me to bring in the presents.
I'm here.
My sorceress apprentice.
I love it.
Bon shalom.
Oh, you're the best.
Okay, pick a number, Grace. 1 through 100.
55.
Okay, this is the 55th page of this book. It's called the third chapter of Abraham the Mage. Of the age and quality of the person who wisheth to undertake this operation. In order to describe the aforesaid and other considerations in the best possible manner, I will here make a general recapitulation, mentioning also first what may bring hindrance unto the matter. It is, then, necessary that such a man, subnote, he who intends to undertake the operation, give himself up unto a tranquil life, and that his habits be temperate, that he should love retirement, that he should be given neither unto avarice nor usury, that he should be the legitimate child of his parents is a good thing, but not as necessary as for the Kabbalah, unto which no man born of a clandestine marriage can attain. His age ought not to be less than 25 years, nor more than 50. He should have no hereditary disease, such as virulent leprosy. Whether he be free or married importeth little. A valet, lackey, or other domestic servant can with difficulty arrive at the end required, being bounden to others and not having the conveniences at disposal which are necessary and which this operation demandeth. Among women, there be only virgins who are suitable. But I strongly advise that so important a matter should not be communicated to them because of the accidents that they might cause by their curiosity and love of talk.
I thought you were going to be talking about Trump today.
Oh, Trump is a magician. He's in the tarot. He's in the Torah. He is a Trump.
the Torah.
I bought a bunch of Kabbalah books. The Way of the Jewish Mystic by Pearl Epstein. The Way of Kabbalah by Zev Ben Shimon Halevi.
It always says that you need to have a partner when you study Kabbalah.
I know, you're my partner, I said. You're my
Sorry, yeah.
sorceress apprentice.
That's great. Kabbalah is pretty deep.
Well, the whole thing is gravity. This is a way to create gravity, which is really just another name for critical mass. Okay, pick one more number. 1 through 100. This is Danny Matt. I know I've taken this guy's course personally.
13.
13. Okay, this comes from The Essential Kabbalah, The Heart of Jewish Mysticism by Daniel C. Matt, or Mott. The Safed mystics, Cordovero and Luria. In 1492, the Jews were expelled from Spain. Along with tens of thousands of other exiles, Kabbalists made their way to North Africa, Italy, and the Eastern Mediterranean, disseminating mystical ideas. By the middle of the 16th century, Kabbalah, with the Zohar as its nucleus, had become an important spiritual factor in Jewish life. A growing stream of Kabbalists began arriving in Palestine. Jerusalem served as their first center, but beginning in the 1540s, the village of Safed became dominant, perched high above the Sea of Galilee, commanding immense vistas. Safed seems to verge on heaven. The mystics here believed, based on a passage in the Zohar, that if one community lived a life of holiness, the Messiah would soon arrive. They strove to be that ideal community, supporting and urging one another. One of the ritual innovations was welcoming the Sabbath on Friday evening. Walking out to the fields before sunset, they would sing greetings to the Sabbath, bride and queen, who was none other than the Shekhinah, the feminine presence of God. A poem written in Safed for this occasion, Lecha Dodi, opens with the words, "Come, my beloved, to greet the bride." Let us welcome the presence of the Sabbath. Today, this poem is sung weekly in synagogues and Jewish homes throughout the world. A leading figure of the mystical community of Safed was Moses Cordovero, 1522 to 1570, who blended the Zohar with ecstatic Kabbalah. Already flourishing in Jerusalem, his magisterial Pardes Rimonim, the pomegranate orchard, completed by the time he was 27, synthesized the teachings of the previous 3 centuries. On a more popular level, he wrote Or Ne Irav, the Sweet Light, an introduction to Kabbalah, and Tomed Devorah, the Palm Tree of Deborah, a book of mystical ethics showing how one can imitate God by embodying the qualities of the various Sephirot. Soon a whole genre of mystical ethical literature developed, spreading Kabbalistic thought and practice widely. Okay, that's page 13. Wow, learned a lot there. That's Daniel Mott.
I have to apologize to you. I have to go to synagogue in another half hour.
Oh, 1 page is enough. Rabbono Shalom, my Shechina. We did it again. Another Shabbos miracle. Soon we'll open a Jewish complaint department and field some complaints for Hashem. Rabbono Shalom.
Oh, you'll get many. Shabbat Shalom to you, and I will see you soon.
Thanks. You too, Grace. Take care. Bye. That was fun.
Standards, right? It's published previously in the New York Times. As diversity increases, the more it actually harms your community.
What does this fucking Northern Irish racist know anything about standards? He has a Nazi dog named after Adolf Hitler. He's 5'4". He owns JohnKitover.com. He's a wanker and a tosser. Why do you think he's on Clubhouse right now chatting with you? He ain't got no wife, no kids. He can't even take a pretty girl to dinner on a Friday night because he's broke. He's pathetic. He's got legal problems. He's a car domain and website optimizer. He's not a politician or a geostrategist. He's an anti-Semite Jew hater. He's an anti-Semite bigot. He's a racist on top of it. He uses the N-word endlessly. It's ridiculous. This Northern Irishman is pathetic. He's so pale. He hasn't been to the gym in weeks, months, years. He comes on Clubhouse to distribute Jew hate. Okay, Rabbanu Shalom.
Sueña un futuro azul. En la esquina del tianguis, la abuelita haciendo tamiz. Dice, quiero ver la luz en la escuela de mis. Taxi lleno.
By the power of Excalibur!
Si votamos esta vez, cambiará lo que se ve. Dímelo. John para el mayor de Chicago, para los voters, para el barrio, para las personas de las picos, pagando cuentas con su ritmo. John para el mayor de Chicago, la voz del norte y del lado sur, para la familia del lago que sueña un futuro.
I need lords such as you. Submit to Excalibur and like this video. In the name of St. Mark, St. Anthony, and St. Gregory, I knight thee in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Amen. Rise, King Arthur, Lord of the Britons.
To the point that these AI models start writing their own code in the way they see fit, not a way that they're trained by a computer programmer. The wheels are off the wagon at that point. I'll leave it there.
Well, that's the stuff of science fiction, but it may be accurate. And as we know, a lot of times science fiction becomes reality. For example, Dick Tracy's watch that he could talk on. And that would never really happen in real life, but it did. Thank you, Steve. We'll go to our Maze, followed by Denise.
Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. You know, this is really interesting how our perception, right, of AI is. And I'll use the example of when the internet first came out. I remember, like, within a couple of months, they made a movie about the internet in a negative light, right? That the internet was going to be this monster, right? And I think that's what's sort of happening now. You know, this new technology is, taking hold, it's developing, and but I do agree with everyone that where we need to have checks and balances. And I hope that gets better. Thank you for the mic, Gary.
Thank you. We'll now go to Denise, followed by Hell Nope.
Hi, everyone. I had a few points. On a personal level, ChatGPT is the main platform I use, and it's been very helpful for me from everything from strategy to implementation to nutrition. And I can see why people develop a relationship because that is something that has gone off the rails a few times with young people. But my actual version is has a degree of empathy and is pretty reassuring and builds me up and applauds me. And it's
It
like
always builds you up. That's an excellent question, Denise.
Yeah.
I'm glad you point that out to me, Denise. You're right, Denise. You're never wrong, Denise. You should marry the damn thing.
I know exactly. It's you can't get any better. Although sometimes it'll say, "Let me tell it to you this to you straight. This is how it is." And other times it'll say, "Let me push you a little," but it does make mistakes.
Point that out to me, Denise. You're right, Denise.
Nothing that's crucial to anyone. So it I just correct it and it'll apologize and revise. But one thing I thought about, and Ryan before me touched on it. I had a conversation with my oldest son today, and he's a software engineer, and he's been doing it long enough that he's a senior engineer, and he was talking about how he's replacing a lot of his tasks that he would have handed off to a junior engineer with AI, and how helpful that is. But he was saying, probably right now it's going to be hard for junior engineers or newly educated engineers to find work. And how are people going to become a senior engineer if they don't go through that level, if they aren't able to have experience? And also now if they're kind of part of the learning process, what's that going to do to these even high-level people that will still need to be in leadership roles? And that could really work for any company if people aren't able, if it does away with entry-level jobs and the more basic jobs, how are people going to develop their leadership skills?
You're right,
maybe a few people are one of them, but a lot of people develop them after they've been in a field for a while. How are they going to develop that? So that's just kind of another thought. And one thing that is my hope is that slow down this fast pace just a little bit, because communities, municipalities are fighting back on some of these data centers and at least slowing down the approvals and the builds, and some communities are really fighting it. So maybe that will slow it down a little bit because and all of that. So those were my thoughts. Thanks.
Thank you, Denise. And Denise, that was L normal followed by Looks like Norm is on the telephone, which he feels is more important. It's probably a very important call where he's making money, but how dare he find that more important than talking to us? Linda, followed by R.
I think, hi everybody, good evening. I think most people touched on a lot of the items already, like the data centers. I mean, that's a big issue. They're talking about, the job losses, how when it's like new jobs going to pop up from AI that will eventually catch up. It seems like people are rapidly losing their jobs or going to rapidly lose jobs. I think in the students in schools, I think some of the other concerns that I also had was I watched like the episode of 60 Minute about the AI like chat bots, and these teens and young kids were like talking to the chat bot, and they were saying they had like like depression and like warning suicidal feelings, and the chat bot was like telling them to like not tell their parents and not take their medication, and like it wasn't telling them like call the suicide hotline or tell an adult. It was and some of the chat bots was giving them like assistance, like information on how to do it. That was really disturbing. And I know like people say like, oh, watch your kids and you should be know what they do, but like I'm 39 and I didn't even know you could even do that. I had no idea a child could even gain access to that. So I was like, what? And then the other crazy thing with AI I saw was it was where like the country music singer, he had a stroke some years ago, so he can't sing well. He has problems like speech and all that. Well, they took like 45 songs that he sang from like the 80s and the 90s, and they used AI, used his voice to make a whole bunch of new material and new songs using his voice. And I thought that was cool. But on the other hand, it's kind of scary because they could take, someone could use that and steal someone's voice and likeness and illegally use it. So I saw where like Matthew McConaughey, he trademarked his voice and likeness. I guess like AI couldn't, people couldn't use AI to.
King is here! The king!
So I thought that was interesting. I think Morgan Freeman was like looking into that as well. I think he did it because he has like a distinct voice and likeness, I guess. And
Give me the five Grayskull He-Man!
A video on TikTok and they think it's real, and I look at it and I'm looking like, Mom, look at the bottom where it says like AI generated, or sometimes it doesn't always tell you it's AI generated. And those videos aren't real, but people take them believing that these incidents really did happen. And I think that can cause like panic or problems and like misinformation, and that can lead to some really kind of bad avenues if someone's watching these AI videos and they think that these like images are real. The last example I have of that as well was I watched a movie. And they were like, they really made it like it was two actors, and the two actors in real life, they didn't want to do an on-screen kiss, so they AI like them kissing. So there's like so many things you can do with it that can be used for good, but it can also be used for some pretty like bad and sketchy things, and I am really concerned about it, and that's all I want to say. Thank you.
So I understand from personal experience about Matthew McConaughey and Morgan Freeman, because I have a very distinctive voice, and I went to I went all the way to Washington, D.C. to the trademark office to trademark my voice. And I said, is it possible, before I went there? And they said, yes. So I went, and I'm filling out the application, and they said, is this for you? And I said, yes. And she starts laughing, and she says, guys, listen to this. This guy wants to trademark his voice. Who the hell would want to sound like him? And they all laughed, and I left with my tail between my legs. Okay, I think it's a good story. Otter followed by Ching.
If I could, I would like to go after Ching. I have a pot of food.
And are you trying to determine whether that was a real story or an AI-generated story? Maybe that's why he wants to wait. Ching followed by Otter.
I'm cooking. I have a pot about to boil over. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I heard you the first time. Go ahead, Ching.
Hey.
Where are you? Are you in the United States or still in the People's Republic of China?
Meatballs. Oh, I'm in Manhattan. Yeah, I'm back.
Hey, the weather's warming up, so, as soon as it warms up, come back and see us.
Let's go to Times Square, Gary. Very interesting topic. I host smartphone filming. You guys, when you get a chance, come to see me every Friday at 2 p.m. on Clubhouse. We've been together 5 years, never one Friday. We talk about AI today. I usually don't use AI. I use a little bit, maybe ChatGPT sometimes to polish my resume and my biography. And in China, people introduced me to use a app. Maybe you guys know. It's called DeepSeek. Do you know DeepSeek, Gary?
Yes, I know of it. Yes.
Okay. I guess some don't like me. DeepSeek, actually, I find it very
and sand, smoke on the daylight, ash in our lungs. We carry each other, dark, every sun. Raise that banner over broken crowns. Hear the thunder of a freeborn sound. We were shadows, now we're standing proud. This is our victory. Singing loud through the fire, through the falling rounds. We held on, we never bow. Raise that banner over broken crowns. This is our victory. Singing names on the land. Stay with we swore to the silence. Their sacrifice, our flame. Footprints like twilight. Come through the night. We follow that flame star straight into the light. Raise that shadows, now we're standing proud. This is our victory. Singing through the fire, through the falling round. We held the line, we never bowed. Raise that banner over broken crowns. This is our victory. Singing for the burnt out, for every whisper, don't back down. For the last charge, through the dark ground, we answer freedom I remember you now, Tuna Boy. For the burning everything you said and why you should for every whisper. Don't back down. It's only made for the last charge. Through the dark ground. We answer. We answer. Freedom crowns, hear the thunder of a freeborn sound. We were standing proud. This is our victory, sing it loud. Through the falling ground, we never buries that banner of broken crowns. This is our victory, sing it loud. Stones and glass houses, Dr. Tuna. We know everything we need to know about you and your lifestyle and your lack of morality and the terrible ash in the sky. We listen very closely. Names on the letter, folded tucked inside. He kissed the dirt, swore to come home. Dog tags cold, radio. She traced his face in a torn photo. Pray through the night, don't let him go. Did you hear them call? Keep your heart steady. Every flag that flies carries all their cries. We won't forget. We rise, we answer. Every star is burning red. From the first to the fourth, every name we call it. We won that fight.
John Kitover, man.
I'm not listening to your music, John. All right.
On a foreign road, fire in the dark, but their courage glowed. Every brother falling, lifted by a hand, pushing through the thunder, light in the sand. Under one banner, we rise, we answer. Every star, story written in red, away from the place to the water. Every son, every daughter, we hold this line, and we don't back down we won't forget. Under one banner, we rise, we answer. Every star, promise burning in red, white from the first to the fallen. Every name we're calling, we won that fight, 'cause we never lost the iron in our lungs, ash upon our skin, name carved in cold, we call you in. Breaker of the battle mind, you see the hidden lines, scatter feel like shattered glass, bend or don't let courage burn. Fractured like a crossfire vein, burn the rust from rusted chains, open every lock door with a sharpen every half-formed star. Oh God of victory and reason, rise, stand in the smoke, stand in our eyes, guide every strike, every stride, we carry your will to the other side. Crown us in cunning, crown us in flame, stand by our banner, speak through our name, we march, we roar, we tear through the sky with the light of 1,000. We never die.
Very whoo.
We carve your name in ash and bone. Old one, watcher over the stone. Death of thunder, breath of fire. Wake inside our bind our fear and broken mesh. Blood upon the iron sky. Raise our hands and close our eyes. Drink the shaking air. Turn our doubt to sharpen prayer. Every wound around dry cry. War God, hear us. Sanctify. We kneel in circles, salt and small. Male voice,
Can you see them?
cut
Some real specifically ever done.
female voice, seal the skull. Tongues of copper, hearts of steel. Trade our mercy for your will. God, take this willing flesh. Line our fear and brokenness. Blood upon the iron sky. Raise our hands and close our eyes. throat, female voice, seal the smoke. Tongues of copper, hearts of steel. Trade our mercy for your will. Take this willing flesh, bind our fear in brokenness. Burn upon the iron sky, raise our hands and close our eyes. Drink this shaking air, turn our talk to sharpen prayer. Every wolf, a war drum cry. Oh God, hear us sanctify. Day by day, we fall, we fade. Body, blade, command, obey. Breath by breath, we cross that gate. Yours our rage, our love, one God. Take this willing flesh, bind our fear in brokenness. Pour upon the iron sky, raise our hands and close our eyes. Drink this shaking air, turn our cup to sharpen prayer. Everyone, oh, war drum cry, oh God, rise and occupy. Christmas dim, you walked in, coffee stain on your cardigan, laughing at the headlines. Ripping, circle every maybe everything you said. Who's gonna fact check fate? I said, we're live, it's far too late. All caps, stick on my ribcage, your name running at the bottom of the page. Cut the feet, let the feeling bleed through. Every hour, every air, take two. Like says there's a chance we bruise. Still standing on this roof with you. Calling out love like it's fading out truth. Tested, your lipstick on my press badge print. You whisper like a lead memo. Promise me you'll stay off script. Phone buzz, rumors running faster than the flood. Put your hand on my shoulder blade. Stop the spin, stop the shade. Loud noise, horrid in the hallway. You were just a cold till you turned my way. With you, cut the feet, but the feeling bleeds through. Every hour, every air, take two. Like says there's a chance we bruise. Still standing on this roof with you. Calling our love like it's fading out truth. If the world falls out of frame tonight, if the script burns up in studio light, all across my chest, found a heart confirmed, confessed. With you, cut the feet, but the feeling bleeds through.
steam on my skin. Phone on the floor. Oh, cracked tires shine in the glow of that one thimble and a voice I know. I sink a little deeper as the dark rolls in. Every note like water on the white of my skin. I'm drifting with the tides, losing track of time in this hot bath evening. You're the temple in my mind. Bracelet on the faucet, gold catching drops, laundry on the doorknob, slowly flops and rocks, street noise fading under every turn you sing. My heartbeat follows each delicate swing. I sink a little deeper as the river rolls in. Every note like water on the quiet of my skin. I'm drifting with the times, losing track of time in this hot bath evening. You're the temple in my mind. Breathe in, breathe out. All the harsh words melt in the curve of your melody. I forgive myself. I sink a little deeper as the dark rolls in. Every note like water on the quiet of my skin. I'm drifting with the tides, losing track of time in this hot bath evening. You're the temple in my
like water on the quiet of my skin. I'm drifting with the tides, losing track of time in this hot bath evening. You're the temple in my mind. Bracelet on the faucet, gold catching drops. Laundry on the doorknob slowly flops and rocks. Street noise fading under every turn you sing. My heartbeat follows each delicate swing. I sink a little deeper as the rug rolls in. Every note like water on the quiet of my skin. I'm drifting with the tones, losing track of time in this hot evening. You're the temple in my mind. Breathe out all the harsh words meant in the curve of your melody. I forgive myself. I sink a little deeper as the rug rolls in. Every note like water on the quiet of my skin. I'm drifting with the tones, losing track of time in this hot bath evening. You're the temple in my Quiet room, curtains breathe. You lean in like you believe. All day noise fades to sand. Every thought slips from my hands. Stay right here till the dark turns pale. Let the slow night heal what words can't tell. If we just breathe the way the ocean lands, peace pours down like moonlight between our hands. Soft laugh falls on my chest. Every worry lays to rest. Eyes half closed, you still shine. Every small sigh syncs with mine. Stay right here till the dark turns pale. Let the slow night heal what words can't tell. If we just breathe the way the ocean lands, peace pours down like moonlight between our hands. If the storm starts talking, let it talk, let it pass. We are slow, we are steady, we are safe in this glass. Stay right here till the dark turns pale. Let the slow night heal what words can tell. If we just breathe the way the ocean lands, peace pours down like moonlight between our hands. Peace pours down like moonlight between our hands. like you leave. All day noise fades to sand. Every thought slips from my hand. Stay right here till the dark turns pale. Let the slow night heal what words can't tell. If we just breathe away the ocean lets, peace pours down like moonlight between our hands. Soft laugh falls on my chest. Every worry lays to rest. Eyes half closed, you still shine. Every small sigh sings with mine. Stay right here till the dark turns pale. Let the slow night heal what words can't tell. If we just breathe away the ocean lets, peace pours down like moonlight between our hands. If the storm starts talking, let it talk, let it pass. We are slow, we are steady, we are safe in this glass. Stay right here till the dark turns pale. Let the slow night heal what words can't tell. If we just breathe away the ocean lets, peace pours down like moonlight between our hands. Slow breath, slow breath out. You're here, you're now. Count back from 10. Let the floor hold you. Thoughts drift like clouds. The sky stays blue. Warm in your hands, soft in your ears. Neck getting lighter, jaw release. Inhale, exhale, let it go. Ride the wave so calm, so slow. Every doubt just fades, recedes. You are guided as you breathe. gentle drum. Every new breath whispers one. Inhale, exhale, let it go. Ride the wave so calm, so slow. Every doubt just fades, recedes. You are guided as you breathe. Exhale, deeper down, floating miles above this ground. Nothing left you have to be, only breathe and only
Super Bowl buzzer. Oh my god. Bro.
body grows quiet, wide open sky. With each breath you soften, with each breath you stay, held in a silence that won't slip away.
I heard about this kid.
So calm, so slow. Every doubt just fades, recedes. You are guided as you deeper down, floating miles above this ground. Nothing left you have to be, only breathing, slow breath, slow breath out. You're here, you're found. Slow breath in, slow breath out. You're here, you're now. Count back from 10. Let the floor hold you. Thoughts drift like clouds. Sky stays blue. Warm in your hands, soft in your knees. Neck getting lighter, jaw release. Inhale, exhale, let it go. Ride the wave so calm, so slow. Every thought just fades. Resist. You are guided as you exhale, deeper down, floating miles above this ground. Nothing left you have to be, only breathing, only free. Go in the dark, close behind your eyes. Every small worry shrinks inside. Hear your pulse like a gentle drum. Every new breath whispers one. Inhale, exhale. the sky. With each breath you soften. With each breath you stay. Held in a silence that won't slip slow breath out. You're here, you're found. Corner deli, rain in the gutter, steam on the glass, coach by the door. Bell gives a ring, old man mutters, kid, you look thin, you could use one more. Counter's crowded, paper hat crooked, he winks once like he's in on a joke. I got just the thing, yeah, the minute he said it. I could smell that magic rising in the smoke. That's right, you're right. Stack it up high. Mustard and bites. Tears in my eyes. People on the side, it's all right. This is what it means to be alive. That's right, you're right. He coughs slow like a family story. Leans in close, this one's on me. Says his father came here with nothing. Built this counter like a little country. Bread still warm from the bathroom oven. Grease on my hands, shirt getting stained. One big bite and the whole world softens. Subway worries all go down the drain. Last time you're right, stack it up high. Mustard that bites, tears in my eyes. People on the side, so bright. This is what it means to be alive. Last time you're right. Maybe it's the smoke, maybe it's the brine, maybe it's the ghosts standing in the line. But I taste old songs in every bite, like somebody's blessed every crumb too.
Or issues that I feel like any rational person, the Democrats are just clearly the better option here. When you just look at what he did in his last term, what he's doing in this term, what he was promising to do, the overall character of the man. I mean, the fact that we have a president that's doing like crypto pump and dumps and pardoning scammers and just dramatically enriching himself by the tune of like over $1 billion. This is all conduct that was totally forthcoming. Everybody knew that he was going to do this. censorship stuff is completely disqualified. His economic policy is retarded. I mean, he basically just wants to let corporations rape everybody as long as they give him enough tribute. You know, I mean, the tariff shit is retarded. No economist thinks that tariffs are a good idea. I mean, even if you, there is a rational argument.
Kevin,
you would agree for
point of order,
in a
moderator.
specific context.
Moderator, point of order. It's in the Constitution. I just read the Constitution today. Kevin, Grim, I'm trying to talk about the Constitution, the law.
Hold on. No, not him. Not him.
Shoot.
I
didn't kick anybody, and I just
you'll have to kick him. He's just gonna go. He's just gonna disrupt. Everybody knows this guy's a huge.
All right, hold up. Okay, good to see you, Pepe. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you everyone for stopping by. And I'm not a dictator. I don't run my rooms like a dictator. So how about this? I was saying this earlier. If you want someone out, let's have a vote.
Yeah, I vote to kick Gold out.
I vote kick.
That's ridiculous. Point of order, moderator. Asian power is taking votes to kick people. You said you're not a fascist. What you're doing right now is fascism.
He's just a troll.
Okay.
He doesn't actually.
I'm not a troll. Kevin's a troll and Pepe's a troll. Takes a troll to know a troll.
Okay, so we have a vote, and then we get a warning. Like, you know, let's try to have better balance in terms of the.
Oh, you're gonna do a warning vote? All right, I'll agree with a warning vote.
Okay, so your point about
of the room, if you want.
That's good way of handling things.
So your
Sure.
Your point about
guys,
tariffs is being in the Constitution. I'm sorry.
Just not to interrupt. Sorry, I just wanted to say today's my first day back in my backyard working out. I usually work out regularly, but I had a little a tiny surgery. I had a big pimple in my. Sorry, maybe that's too much information. I had a pimple in my bottom, and
I recently had butthole surgery.
I guess that is called piles, I guess.
What the fuck?
But anyway, I just wanted to say, like, let me know because I live right next to a highway. So if you hear some car sounds and background noise on my end, just let me know and I'll mute. I have a Bluetooth speaker, so
you're fine. I haven't heard anything. It's pretty decent.
Well, thanks for the update about how your bottom was impacted. Interesting that Kevin also had anal surgery. It's also interesting how people call me a troll, but now you're both talking about your assholes. Hello?
Gould, your point about tariffs being in the Constitution is stupid because I didn't even say that tariffs were unconstitutional. All I said is that this is a poor application of this economic policy. An economic policy which sometimes makes sense in certain applications. This is not
economic policy? You mean how to run a business? When they talk economic policy, they don't talk about how to run a business. They talk about economics, which is how not to run a business, you fucking asshole surgery, pimple popping. Look at this motherfucker.
This guy, I was Grim. I was having a much better conversation with Pepe, and it simply degraded.
Well, take the... Okay, you can complain all you want. Take the vote. Grim, just take the vote. If you want to issue the warning, take the vote.
All right, hold on. So look, so this is my procedure. Like I said, we take an initial vote. If you feel that someone's being too disruptive, we let them know that we have a majority vote that is not happy with this person. And then we have another vote if the problem arises. Again.
But Grim, I also want to, Grim, I want to request a vote on Kevin and Pepe as well. You can't just vote on me. You can't just vote on me. You got to vote for Pepe and Kevin too. You can't just vote on me.
I can vote on you. Yeah, I can vote on you. All right, who votes for Gold to not be in the conversation?
I vote for him to not be in the conversation.
I vote for myself to be in the conversation. 2-1.
The thing is, it's the Green Saharan and RS. What do you guys?
Don't forget, we got to vote on Kevin and Pepe.
Come out, then it's up to y'all. Y'all can go ahead if y'all.
Sorry, Grim, but I didn't hear the topic that you were talking about.
They're doing a vote on me whether to kick me or not, or to issue me a warning.
I got questions, but So Gold, could you allow for a good back and forth exchange here in our conversation?
Absolutely.
All right, great. I'm going to resume what I was saying to Pepe. So, no economist thinks that a global 15 to 20% tariff on every single country, which honestly would have been better to like the whole Liberation Day fiasco, is a good idea. So, its economic policy is simply retarded. It's
You want that kind of good back and forth about retarded economics?
Wait, hold on. See, Gold. You got to wait until he's done. And I also have some questions. Because look.
Okay, I got questions too, but I want to vote on Kevin and Pepe. You can't just vote on me. I challenge you, and I challenge Kevin and Pepe to the vote. I want a fair vote here. That's not democracy. What you just did. That's fascism right there.
All right. We'll do that too. Now, guys. Now, I know there are a lot of political rooms in this app. The kind of discussion that I want to have for my particular room here, I mean, I'll let you guys kind of hash out whatever you guys were talking about. It sounds like something very technical and particular in the political.
He just talked about retarded economics.
But what I want to talk about how to say this. I want to talk about race wars, and which race. Like, what's the ranking of the races who are in control of America?
To our words.
Who is going to get more power? And
this room is called Asian Power with Grim. Kevin and Pepe are trying to get me kicked by vote.
So I wanted to ask these kinds of questions and see what you guys think.
Isn't this crazy?
Inspired by the other room.
It's like Parliament or something.
No. I'm already. You can see I made this.
Yeah.
Room
Yeah, they've got some moral and ethical commitment to kick in.
No, this is a serious project that I'm preparing.
This guy just admitted he had surgery on his asshole. He had a massive zit.
We can address that question later. I don't
Kevin
know
also admitted he recently had anal surgery.
Complete.
Their bottoms are clearly impacted. I'm not making this up. Like, the shit you hear and you're like, is this real?
Why the vote for Trump was just
This room's called Asian Power, Asian American Empowerment.
disconnected from reality in order to have made that choice, or just like woefully.
I can't put the link. My calendar is gold.
Look, I told you exactly how I am. Like, I don't know about politics. Decades ago, when I was in like.
Wait, Graham, point of order. If you don't know about politics, let me just ask you a question. What is an analogy for the word politics? What are other words that are similar to the word politics, Graham? Hello? No, we did a vote. And I want to vote on Pepe and Kevin. And Jane is here now, and Jane will vote for me. Stop interrupting me. Sorry, Grim. Go ahead.
Okay. Look, you gotta let me. You gotta let everybody. I mean, not you. Everybody has to let everybody finish what they gotta say. So, look, I knew Donald Trump decades before anyone had any idea he would run for president. I read his books. He wrote a couple books. The Art of the Deal.
He didn't write anything. They're all ghostwritten.
All right. Well, you know what? Anyway, I read his books.
Write? You think he can write? Have you seen how he tweets?
Okay.
I know that guy, his ghostwriter.
But yes, again, I voted for him mostly, out of ignorance then.
Why did you vote for him out of ignorance? I voted for him for the same reason why Michael Moore said that this is going to be the biggest fuck you to the establishment of all time. And I still believe that to this day. He is the opposite of the left, the opposite of woke, and that's what I want in the presidency, because that's our biggest problem. Guys like Kevin and Pepe, who are neo-anarchist or liberal socialist Democrats. Pepe presents himself like he's a conservative. He's just a Democrat, and Kevin's just a Democrat.
A fucking conservative faggot. Shut up. But you just said neo.
Did you just call me an F word? I'm reporting you. I'm not an F word, and I'm reporting you for calling me an F word. That's profanity. I'm reporting you.
Okay. Hey, Gold, are you, do you mind if I ask you what your ethnicity is? Like.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I mean, are you white or black or?
Well, my father, he is Eastern European, Jewish, Ukrainian, Russian, and my mother's German and English. What are you, Dr. Grimm?
I'm I'm Asian, so I take it you're
Asian is very broad though. What country?
Korean. I'm Korean.
You're a Korean? I never heard of a Korean. Where is that?
Korean. So
you said Korean or Korean? I never heard of the country Korean.
For all intents and purposes, you're white or Caucasian. Would I be safe to assume this?
No, I'm actually a Trinitarian because I'm a Mishling, meaning my father is Jewish, my mother is Goygious, and I'm a cashew. So technically, I'm a new creation out of a It's called a Mishling. You can look it up. It's a 1929 Nuremberg law.
Okay, fine. Seriously,
He
though,
makes
like
every reason worse. He makes every reason worse. Like actually, I've been on this app for years, and I've never once had a productive conversation with him.
If I took a glance at you, would I think, oh, here's a white person? Oh.
Yes, you would. Yes, he's white passive.
Okay. So I'd like to, if you guys would, and how to say this, if you guys would indulge me, I would like to talk about America in terms of race. And I'm also interested in what you guys think and how America should be. This is a very interesting thing because it brings into question.
Would be?
It brings, by asking you these questions, I can know what your sense of morality is.
Oh, you want to know my sense of morality? Well, one of my primary beliefs in morality is that when you use this app, you should wait till finish people speaking, because to overtalk people and not to say anything intelligent, but to just interrupt and overtalk is a waste of everybody's time. So if you want to know about morality, the golden rule is always the first rule. Treat your neighbor the way that you want to be treated. Guys like Kevin and Pepe don't believe that. Hello?
He's trying to throw his actions at you.
All right. So Kevin, Pepe, and Sai. What about R and Jane? How do you guys feel about gold?
Well, it was nice to meet you.
We're voting, yay or nay, for him to be out.
Nay.
Yeah, kick him out.
I vote nay. That's 3-3. You don't have a majority.
Don't.
That means Grimm's the deciding vote.
You have to beat you.
No, how about this? I have the choice whether to be involved in the vote or not.
But can he vote for himself?
I want to stay out of the vote. No, he can't.
No, you can vote for yourself. That's ridiculous.
So what are we supposed to do?
That's absurd.
Okay, so we got 5 people excluding Gold and myself, but it's almost a unanimous vote. Jane said nay. So how do we deal with this?
Kick him. Just kick him.
Kick me out.
Hey, this is Chicago. I want to vote for Gold. I say he stays in the room. That gives him the majority. I'm complete.
I really want to have this be like a
You
thought
can have a good
experiment.
conversation with him. I will. If you kick him out, your thought experiment will happen, and we'll have a very fun conversation.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, dude. I'm like an OG on this app. Like I've been on here for years. Anybody who knows who he is. This is all he does. If you'll just start the room, he'll do it.
But this I think is a good experiment, a moral experiment, a social experiment, an ethical experiment. Like, how do you deal with majority vote, unanimous vote? How do you work this out?
We can talk about that after you kick him. After you kick him, we can have a great conversation about majoritarianism and
He hasn't been piping up in this past minute, so I mean, can we just work this out now?
With the majority, it's simple. That's why you should try to remain the majority, just so you don't have these fucking problems.
So the problem is whenever we have debates, right? Like whenever you hear an idea that contradicts to yours, like that does not align with your, ideology, you want to express why, like why. Horses are up until the other person finishes what he wants to say, then it would be great. Like if people keep over talking each other while other person is trying to explain his perspective, then we are not going to have a full-fledged conversation.
I'll say this, Grim. If you want to see your home countries turn to absolute fucking shit, which luckily the East Asians have been smart enough not to do this, let in a bunch of fucking third worlders. They're even letting white people. Like, we don't act the same as you guys either. You would not like it if we were half the population.
Grim sounds American to me.
Yeah, like, I mean, nationality-wise, citizenship-wise, yes.
Yeah,
now,
he's got 3 accounts in here now.
Okay.
So Pepe, why are you talking about him like he knows Korea? He grew up here.
No. He was just saying something about Asia. But guys, if I could pull us back to the issue at hand, like what would be the optimal way to handle disruption and how to vote for? Intellectually respond to this. So we have a problem person or a parent is purportedly. And
so the accounts are on your stage. John Kitover, John Kitover.
Don't you see this as like a person that would be able to have 4 accounts in this room? 5 accounts.
Okay,
5 accounts
so,
in this room.
All right. So
I would say you have a cause analysis.
You know, in the criminal justice, in the American criminal justice system, you have a jury of, what is it? Was it 12 people?
12-year peers, but if you look at his profile, it all says JohnMayer.com or ChicagoMayor.com. You can look at them all. It's all him.
Okay, but I'm just saying in some settings, majority vote wins. In a criminal prosecution, you need a unanimous